I'm Melanie Barr. Welcome back to the She Built It podcast, your go-to place to empower you to live the life and business that you crave. I'm here to talk about everything from having the courage to make life and career leaps to the details of how to lead effectively, create successful teams, implement strategies for growth, and infuse tech innovation. I'm here to celebrate your wins and navigate through your challenges. I live in the city now, but I grew up in a town of 1,000 people. I've navigated major life leaps, a senior level corporate career, worked in professional sports, and now as a successful entrepreneur who loves business, technology, family, and making meaningful connections with you and the She Built It community. I also love a good workout and dose of self-care. Magic happens when we focus on the part of ourselves and our business that brings us joy. So turn up the audio, open your favorite notes app, grab your favorite drink, and here we go. Welcome back to the She Built It podcast. Thank you for joining us, Amanda. What motivated you to launch your business, Skingevity?
So my passion really is helping people feel so much better and being able to uplift their view on whatever it is that they're going through. And that was really what in me, the passion for what I do every day, which is so exciting in our industry, what we can offer with cosmetics in a way of healing from the inside out and just enhancing what people already have and really softening their look.
And it can be so personal, but when we feel good about certain parts or aspects of ourselves, we present ourselves so much better to the world and we feel good about the spaces we're walking into.
Absolutely. It really defines us. And coming from someone who struggled with confidence in the past, it's really exciting when you feel so much better about yourself in general with everything that you're presenting out in the world. And it does really affect our mentality.
Yeah, when I knew we were talking about skin, which is a topic all the time, whether it's sunscreen, appearance, tell us about when you first launched your business and what have you grown it into today?
It's exciting. One of my favorite lines, I will let you know, really was a game changer for me personally. And I still use that as our premier product line today. So they have a cancer care line. It's clinical, short. It stands for innovative skincare. And it's an exciting thing to have a product line that works for aging, for acne, for dullness, all the things, but it's a simple regimen that truly works. And I really look forward to my skincare regimen. And that's something that's exciting to be able to help people. And it's grown into organically what it is today. And what's exciting is bringing in new patients, and word of mouth is our biggest form of advertising. So it's evolved organically. And we do skincare for our main treatment. The wellness piece is something that we've incorporated, which is part of my background. So that part really has changed the game for so many people. Being able to heal their body and mind from the inside out. Synergistically, it works so well with the treatments we're providing. It's clinical, is preventive.
And it's so hard to find a routine and a regimen. There's so many different products out there. And so sometimes you're trying one, you're trying another, but it's probably the best if you stick to one routine instead of trying to put all these different skincare products.
Correct. Even starting out, we had 5 different skincare lines, which is overwhelming even for the esthetician. One product line that I truly believe in, the efficacy is the highest I've worked with. We have a cancer care line as well at Johns Hopkins Center in the Mayo Clinic. So that alone is very good for me to be able to recommend and feel good about the product that I'm truly advising for the client and feel good about them using it. But it's just be something 2 products starting out, and it can evolve into 3, maybe 4 at max, 5. But it's a simple AM and PM routine that actually does work so remarkably well. You will see patients come back after using a travel size or a sample, and they're so excited to start and continue their journey because they're seeing the change and seeing the results within 2 to 3 uses of using that great product line.
Let's talk about sunscreen. I live in California, and so sunscreen's always a topic that's top of mind. Do you have any recommendations for sunscreen, what to look for, the type you recommend we should use?
So all of the sunscreens we carry have two main ingredients, which is what dermatologists will prefer: titanium dioxide and zinc, and that's really all you need. You really want to look for a medical grade sunscreen. As long as you're staying in that lane, you should be good. I also love the physical sunscreen. So the physical sunscreen is going to be the highest level of protection from the sun. It will create a barrier, if you will, so you reduce the risk of sun exposure, sunspots, gaining, melasma, even especially while traveling if you're close to the equator. And what's great is if you're investing in laser treatments, maybe to reverse sun damage, using a physical sunscreen will continue to keep your investment and protect from new spots forming, but also just to create a long-term plan for longevity for your skin.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, because that's always a thought. Just like skincare products, there are so many different forms out there. And so it's always good to know how we should be nourishing and what we should be putting on our skin. Share with us some of the challenges that you were able to overcome in developing your product line and even throughout building your business.
I will say, when I came into this community that I'm in now, it was exciting to be able to become more present and involved in the community. And I specifically remember a ribbon cutting for our spa in Long Lake at our previous location from the local chamber. And it was so exciting to have that welcoming. And they were so excited to have a great skincare clinic in the community. And I remember being acknowledged for growing our company 300% within 6 months' time. And that was really exciting for me. And what stood out was any small hiccup or any sort of challenge that was presented to me, for me to be able to excel and just stay strong and motivated to persevere and not allow any of those challenges to stop from what I'm building, and just allow the progression to take place organically, having a lot of patience as well.
Yeah, having patience is so important. It can be hard to do. Do you have any recommendations that you can give for building your teams?
I would say keeping the vibe, the energy in a good place, and making sure when you create that team that you're looking for integrity up front. So I feel like you really can hire character. You can train skill. So really the personality, having that rapport with colleagues in general, patients can feel it, but as well as employees can feel it walking in the door. And it's to stay in a positive environment, an uplifting environment. And we're here to help each other and work as a team. And having that approach is such a game changer if you haven't experienced that before.
Yeah, that's so true. And you always want to work for a leader that brings that into the business. What do you think is the most important element of leadership?
I definitely think listening to understand and not necessarily taking on that I'm in charge role. What I say goes. I love to get feedback from all employees as well as clients, but it's so important to have that open mind, and that can help you excel. If you're open to listening, you can get all that good feedback and you can still make the final choice, but it can help develop, instill some good values within the company, and just being more open-minded and hearing everything that's going on around you versus just staying in my lane where I think what I see is how maybe it should be. But I just love to be able to put that in and see how that may change my view.
That's so true, because how do you know how to grow the business or change the business? You're so right about listening. You can get that feedback to know where to go.
I would say that's one of my strongest skill sets is listening in general, and listening to understand versus listening to judge or just listening to make an opinion.
Do you have a favorite client success story that you can share with us? Not necessarily by name.
My favorite client success story is a newly retired grandmother looking forward to take her family to Disney World and coming in and being ready to invest in herself and being very excited about it. And for me, it was so fun to be able to see that smile at the end of her treatment plan and seeing the before and after photos as well. And then at another level, her being so excited about it to encourage me to share her before and after, to use it on our website, use it on social media platforms, and gain the happiness, the true happiness. It warms my heart to see someone so happy with the results, but it helping her feel more secure, feeling uplifted, just softening her look without doing any injections. That's a very exciting thing for me too. So that was definitely one of the most rewarding, gratifying experiences.
And that's a good reminder because we can get so busy with life that we don't put ourselves first. I'm a mom of twins. I am definitely guilty. But as they get older, I'm making sure that I'm taking more time for myself. But I'm sure that a lot where someone's put themselves last and then all of a sudden they think, I want to do something for myself. I want to feel good about myself again. So I love that story.
Yeah, there's sometimes a milestone and a chapter. And when that time comes, it's so exciting to be a part of that journey and seeing what they're looking for, what are their goals, and then working alongside with them to create a game plan, whether that's over a 2-year time span, 6-month span. It's very exciting. And it's so important, as you mentioned, for us to take care of. Just remember, we put ourselves last. I think so for mothers, it's so important to be okay and not feel guilty to make that time for ourselves.
Yeah. And sometimes it can be a minor change that feels so good. It doesn't have to be a huge change. It can be a minor shift, but it can be life changing.
Exactly. And that's where I love the skincare regimen. Starting with, honestly, a good cleanser and an amazing medical grade facial can be such a rewarding experience to see 7 years lifting off your skin and seeing great, and just allowing that to progress in the right timing as well.
And it's fun to see the next generation so obsessed with skincare. I know there's good and bad to that one, but my daughter's definitely going to pay a lot more attention to taking care of her skin than I did at her age.
Absolutely. Some of our staff even, they're amazing skin. They've dedicated to a great skincare regimen in general, but I feel like they believe they're aging at birth. It's so different.
And she's even telling me every time she can go somewhere, she wants to go to Sephora or Ulta. And she's reminded me that I should probably take a little better care of myself sometimes too.
They're very knowledgeable and very educated, I will say.
Yeah. Yeah. And she'll even look into whether or not she should be using it on her age skin. So lots of research going on there.
Before they walk in the door, they're very educated, which is very helpful.
What's next for you and your business?
So I'm really a leadership role and working into coaching one-on-one with individuals professionally or personally, things that they can excel with in their personal life. Maybe it's motivational as well as entrepreneurial, how to succeed or get through some of those challenging times, or whether it be something as simple as doing a liver detox or something in their life to help create more longevity and take a look at what they're currently doing as well.
For spa owners or product development or for any type of business?
For any type of business. Our specialty is the medical spa, but I work with other entrepreneurs as well.
We've talked a lot about business today. Magic happens when we focus on the part of our business and ourselves that brings us joy. What is one thing that you do for you to make sure that you're finding and living your joy?
Honestly, practicing what I preach is self-care. And for me, that is just being in my own space, having time alone. Love meditation and incorporating wellness treatments that we offer, even at our spa, and taking that time and making sure weekly I incorporate that into my schedule has been wonderful for me. I feel like a new person. It's such a great experience to feel that self-care ritual, what it can do for you.
It's so true. Some people get their energy from being around other people. I personally get it. I need that alone time. And I found that even 5 minutes of meditation can be life-changing.
It's really what I do as well in the morning. Every day, I have to start my day with 5 minutes minimum. And I love to collect my thoughts, really set the tone for the day, the choosing what I'm going to allow into my face, and having that mindset of what is something that I want to accomplish that day, what is my priority, and having that stillness and time of peace and quiet before we start our day. Very important.
Yeah, so life-changing. Thank you so much for joining us today. Can you please share with us how and where we can find you?
Yes, I have a new website, meetamandalemage.com. That's Lemmage. And I have a new book that I'm launching this week, which is exciting. So that will be on the website. Also Instagram. My Instagram handle is Amanda Lemmage. That's where you can find me as well.
Thank you for joining us today. I'd love to hear from you. Reach out to me at hello@shebuiltit.com, on our She Built It website, or at She Built It on social. Thank you to my editor, Rich Streffolino, who always makes us sound good. Until next time, let nothing stop you from experiencing the life and business that you crave.